Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Thanks once again for your patience. I am Megha Talati. I am part of the business development team. And thank you for joining and giving us this opportunity today to walk you through on the PeopleSoft latest image update. And today's webinar will be led by Nanda Kumar. I'll give you a quick introduction about him. So basically, he is an Oracle PeopleSoft consultant at Kovaion. He brings a very strong experience in working with PeopleSoft solutions, enhancements, end-to-end projects when it comes to implementation, support, upgrades, and so on. In today's webinar, he will walk us through the sanctionized landing page introduced in the PeopleSoft FSCM update image 55. And he will be highlighting its key features, benefits, and how it enhances the overall user experience. So, thank you. Welcome once again. Over to you, Nanda.
Yeah, thank you, Megha. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar on PeopleSoft FSCM Update Image 55 Sectionalized Landing Page. I'm glad to be leading this session and representing Kovaion. I'm Nanda Kumar, working as an Oracle PeopleSoft consultant. I will be guiding you throughout this webinar. Before we begin exploring the landing page features, it is important to briefly understand the context of PeopleSoft FSCM Pump Image 55. Oracle delivers continuous improvements through the PeopleSoft Update Manager, commonly referred to as PUM. Each update introduces enhancement across various FSCM modules such as finance, procurement, billing, and cash management, etc. One of the key focus area in FSCM Update Image 55 is improving the user experience and navigation. Let me briefly walk you through the agenda for today's session. First, we will begin with an introduction to the sectionalized landing page. Next, we will explore what is inside the landing page and how the information is structured. After that, we'll go through a detailed walkthrough of the key sections, including suggestions, announcements, quick access, and other module-specific functional areas. Then we will discuss configuration and administration, followed by role-based personalization. Next, we will review the recently visited section. After that, we'll move into a live demonstration where we will see how the landing page works in the PeopleSoft system. And finally, we'll discuss the business benefits and conclude with a Q&A session. Coming to the introduction to sectionalized landing page, the sectionalized landing page represents a major usability improvement in PeopleSoft FSCM. In earlier versions, users navigated through hierarchical menus to access the transactions. While functional, this sometimes requires several navigation steps to reach specific pages. For example, if a finance user wanted to create a journal entry, they had to navigate through several menu levels before reaching the required page. The sectionalized landing page simplifies this experience by representing important tasks and functions in a dashboard-style layout. Instead of navigating through menus, users can immediately see the task that requires their attention, the suggested actions, frequently used transactions, and module-specific work areas. Another important advantage is role-based personalization, which ensures that users see information relevant to their job responsibilities. So this is how the sectionalized landing page will look like. Now we will get into a detailed feature breakdown. As discussed, the landing page is divided into distinct sections, each serving a specific purpose. Each sections may contain tiles, quick links, notifications, or actionable tasks. Now we'll dig deeper. Coming to the suggestion section highlights tasks that requires the user's attention. For example, the system may display approvals that are awaiting the manager's action. Let us consider a real example. The finance managers responsible for approving journal entries may receive multiple submissions from the accounting team. Instead of navigating through approval pages manually, the landing page displays the number of pending approvals directly. The manager can click the item and review the transactions immediately. Similarly, this section may highlight tasks such as the expense report awaiting manager's approval, payment exceptions requiring review, travel authorization that are pending in approval. This helps user prioritize their work. Coming to the continue with section, the continue with section displays transactions that were started earlier but not completed. It may include like payment requests, pending expense reports, or pending travel authorizations. For example, an employee may begin creating an expense report but save it before submission. When the employee logs back in, the saved report appears in this section. The user can click the item and continue the transaction from where they left off. Coming to the next section, which is announcements and banner notifications. The announcement and banner notification sections communicates important message to the users. For example, it says the update monthly processing dates or submit business expenses, department budgets or due, etc. Organizations often use this section to communicate operational reminders such as month-end closing deadlines, etc. Coming to the next section, the quick access section. The quick access section provides shortcut to frequently used transactions. For example, like view approval status, travel and expenses, create requisition, payment request, and those things. It also improves the productivity by enabling direct link initiations from the home page. For example, a procurement officer who frequently creates purchase requisition can simply create requisition here instead of navigating through menus. The next section is My Work section. The My Work section provides access to multiple work centers across the FSCM module. For example, General Ledger Work Center, Receivables Work Center, Asset Management Work Centers, etc. It also acts as a personal workspace within the landing page. It displays the task based on user roles and responsibilities. It also allows to quickly navigate through the associated transactions or the pages. For example, the General Ledger Work Center supports journal management and financial reporting. The Payables Work Center supports supplier invoice processing and payments. The Receivable Work Center supports customer invoice tracking and collections. There are few functional sections introduced in the FSCM update image. Further down the landing page, we see the sections dedicated to FSCM modules. For example, finance and accounting, project costing, or asset tracking, etc. Each sections provide quick access to module-specific tools. For example, the finance and accounting section includes the account record workbench, simple journal, general ledger, and period close visualization. Likewise, the asset tracking section includes physical entry, find an asset, print the QR code, etc. Coming to the configuration and administration part, the another important aspect of the sectionalized landing page is its configuration and administration feature. Administrators can control how the landing page appears by configuring like which sections are displayed, the order of the sections, the tile content within each section, the links and actions available to users. This allows organization to tailor the landing page to match their business processes. For example, organizations with heavy financial operations may prioritize finance and accounting sections, while an asset-focused organization may highlight asset tracking sections. The order and placement of the section to prioritize the important information. Next feature is role-based personalization. And it is also another key feature in the update. Users in PeopleSoft are assigned roles based on their responsibilities. The landing page uses these roles to determine what information is being displayed. For example, the finance user may see general ledger and cash management sections. A procurement user may see requisition and purchasing sections. And asset management users may see asset tracking tools. Managers may see approval tasks prominently displayed. This ensures that each user sees only the relevant information. Then we come into the recently visited section. The recently visited section displays a list of recently opened pages or transactions. It actually allows the users to quickly navigate back to the pages used previously. It helps the users resume work without repeating navigation steps. It also eliminates the need to search through the menus again. For example, approvals, contract work centers, payment requests, or maybe a structure and content which I visited recently will be shown here. Now let us move to the live demonstration. I'll switch to the PeopleSoft system so we can see how the landing page looks like. Here we can see the sectionalized landing page interface. The page is organized into multiple sections, displaying tasks, quick links, and module navigation areas. Here under the suggestion section, we have the approvals awaiting actions. Managers can click this item to review transactions that are awaiting approvals or deny journal entries that request the manager's attention. Also, a manager can review the expense reports here. Coming to the quick access section, we could see the view approval status, create requisition things, and payment request things in quick access. So, if a user wants to create a payment request, he can just click on this request, click on this plus icon, and directly navigate to that page and create the payment request. Coming to the My Work section, users can access work centers here, such as the General Ledger Work Center, Payables Work Center, Asset Management Work Centers, etc. So the General Ledger under the General Ledger Work Center, finance users can create journal entries. They can also post the journals and review the financial reports. Under the Payables Work Center, a user can enter supplier invoices, create vouchers, process payments, etc. Likewise, in the Asset Work Center, the user can scan for the assets or update the asset records, etc. Here we have the sample sections which are specific to the FSCM module, like finance and accounting, billing and receivables, asset trackings, mobile technicians, etc. Coming to the recently visited section, as discussed earlier in the slides, users can quickly reopen previously accessed pages. If you see, I have the payment request that I recently opened, the approvals, the sync portal securities, and the structure and contents. Now we'll come back to the business benefits. The sectionalized landing page provides several benefits actually. It improves users' experience by organizing information in a structured interface. It reduces navigation time by providing the quick access to the transactions. It also improves the task visibility. It also improves it improves in helping users identify pending works quickly. It ensures users do not miss the important activities. It enhances the productivity across all the FSCM operations. And it also gives the quick access to frequently used functions. With that, we have reached the end of the presentation. Now, I would like to open for a session for question and answers.
Thank you, Nanda. Thank you for the informative session. So we have a lot of questions in the Q&A. I'll take one by one.
Yeah.
So there is a question from the audience where they are talking about, can the landing page be customized differently for different departments?
Yes,
I
of
repeat.
course. Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Sure.
of course. Since the landing page supports role-based personalizations, organizations can configure different layouts or sections for different departments.
Okay, okay. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah,
Going to the next question, is it possible to remove sections that are not required?
yeah, yeah. Of course. Administrator can configure the landing page and remove the sections that are not relevant to the organization's business process. So that is also possible here.
Okay, okay, that's great. The next is about a mobile device. Does the landing page work well on mobile devices?
Yes, as it supports fluid functionality, it do works good on a mobile device as well.
Okay. The another question which is coming in talks about sanctionized landing page enabled by default after upgrading to image 55. I repeat the question once again. Is the sanctionized landing page enabled by default after upgrading to image 55?
Actually, it is not always enabled. After upgrading, administrators may need to configure or enable the landing page structure depending on how the environment is set up on them. Organizations usually review the configuration before making it available to the users.
Okay, okay, that's great. Does the sanctionized landing page affect system performance?
Can you come again, Mega? I didn't get you.
Yeah. So the question from the another audience is, does the sanctionized landing page affect system performance?
Actually, there won't be any significant impact in the process. The landing page mainly organizes the existing functionality in a structured interface, so it does not introduce any heavy processing. So there won't be any effect in the system performance actually.
Okay, okay, understood. And one question from me. So basically, can this users personalize their own landing page?
They cannot personalize because only an administrator can do it.
Okay, okay, understood. And the next question talks about, can we integrate custom pages into the sanctionized landing page?
Yeah. Organizations can include links to the custom pages or custom components within the landing page sections, depending on their configurations.
Okay, okay, that helps. There is another question coming from a training perspective. So, is training required for users after implementing the sanctionized landing page?
Usually, when something new comes, a minimal training is required because the layout is intuitive and easier to understand compared to traditional navigations. But still, a little training is needed.
Okay, okay. And how does this feature help managers specifically?
As we saw in the section earlier, managers can quickly view approvals, their team activities, and other work items related to their role without navigating through multiple pages. So, obviously, it helps managers in his tasks.
Okay, and is this feature mandatory for all users?
Not actually. Organizations can decide whether to implement the sectionalized landing page for all users or only for specific roles.
Okay, so in that case, maybe the announcements can be targeted to specific users?
Yes, not notification announcements can be configured to appear only for specific roles or group of users, depending on the organization needs.
Okay, that's great. And again, I mean, there is a lot of questions which I'm trying to merge and see if it can be
Mhm.
answered. So,
Yeah.
what happens if a user has multiple roles?
If a user has multiple roles, the landing page may display sections or information related to those roles depending on how it is configured.
Okay, okay. And another question talks about, can organizations gradually adopt the new landing page instead of switching immediately? I repeat this question.
Yeah.
Can organizations gradually adopt the new landing page instead of switching immediately?
And the answer would be yes. Actually, many organizations implement it gradually so users can adapt to the new interface smoothly.
Okay. And are there any sample sections delivered by Oracle mandatory to use?
Not like that. There are the delivered sections are only examples. Organizations can modify or replace them based on their own business needs. So there are no sample sections delivered actually.
Okay, okay. So in that case, the landing page supports different FSCM modules.
Yeah, the landing page can include sections related to multiple FSCM modules such as finance, asset management, or any other functional area, depending on the organization needs.
Okay, okay. Another question is, how does this feature help improve user productivity? I repeat this question. How does this feature help improve users' productivity?
As we saw in this presentation, by organizing the tasks, actions, and navigation options in a single interface, it is obvious that user can complete tasks faster and spend less time searching for pages.
Okay, I hope that answers the question. And the another question is, what is the biggest improvement compared to the older navigation style?
If you see, the biggest improvement is the structured dashboard style layout, which gives user immediate visibility into their tasks and actions instead of relying heavily on the menu navigations.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. So I believe we have answered almost all the questions and a lot of questions. Thank you for dropping a lot of questions. I believe we have answered and covered almost all of it. So maybe we can go to the next slide. Sure. Thank you, Nanda, for answering everything and the wonderful presentation.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly take 2 minutes for the audience about what Kovaion is, what we are into, how big is our PeopleSoft practice, and of course, you can reach out to us accordingly for the future services. So Kovaion is a business transformation and the technology solution partners of Oracle since last 16 years in the market. We are the Oracle boutique partners and focused on Oracle PeopleSoft as an application. So we started our journey with Oracle PeopleSoft and moved to cloud in 13, 14, and then started adopting a lot of cloud applications and doing the end-to-end services. So we slowly expanded our portfolio into the HCM cloud, ERP cloud, Apex, PaaS, OIC, EPM, and so on. We are headquartered in UK, spread in US, and in India we have 4 development and delivery offices into Bangalore, Chennai, Coimbatore, and Gurgaon. We have a team of 350 plus people where we are completely focused on Oracle technology. So Oracle again talks about PeopleSoft, which is our bread and butter, and we are serving almost all the big the public sector banks into our portfolio whom we are currently serving. We have expertise into the end-to-end consulting, implementation, upgrade, enhancements projects, even migration of the PeopleSoft customers to the Oracle cloud infrastructure, maintaining the DB part of it, like the database part of it. We have a good expertise team who takes care of the end-to-end project. It's not just about the upgrade, but a complete health check of the application. Also, we do for our customers to understand what they have implemented couple of years back and what is their current processes, how the gaps can be fixed, and how they can utilize the application in a much more effective manner. So that's how system application health check would be a part of it, and lot many features. So basically we have received lot of awards into the expansion of the PeopleSoft, being a PeopleSoft innovator award and so on. So that's how we have deep dived expertise into the PeopleSoft. Kindly let us know if you have any further queries anytime you want us to reach for any personalized demo to answer any of your specific questions. You can also write us to info@kovaion.com. And thank you once again for joining today. Uh, and have a great day ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.